ZFM. Hands off that dial. You don't know where it's been.
All Request Summerfest. Oh, it's a sprocket. It's wet and it's by Toad. Toad the Wet Sprocket. And we're going off to some other stuff. Requested Informer by Snow. I'm AJ. We've got all of your requests coming. DSN 320-7052. Informer. You know, they're gonna tell me I'll go blam. I need keep on ham. Take them on the beach. They're gonna tell me stop somewhere down here.
From Frankfurt, and I'd like to hear the same song by Digital Underground.
My mind's telling me no. Nothing wrong. You are listening to the ZFM All Request Summerfest. R. Kelly. Little bump and grind. Before that, some Digital Underground. I called the same song. It is 19 after 2, 2:19 Central European Time on the 4th of July. And if you're living off base in Europe, it can cost you lots of bucks when you convert it over to the local currency. Well, Overseas Housing Allowance helps you cover expenses like your rent and your utilities. Make sure that you're getting all of the OHA that you're supposed to be. Check with your finance office and ask them questions, if you have them, about OHA.
Sometimes when you do your job, you think, well, there might be room for improvement. If something on your job doesn't sound just right to you, maybe you can improve on it. Once you've got your suggestion all worked out, just send it into your suggestion program. They'll take it from there. And you may even get a cash award. Ask your suggestion program representative or supervisor for details.
8, 7, go for main engine
no
start.
matter where duty takes you.
Engine start, all 3 engines up and running. 3, 2,
For all service members at any location on Earth or above it.
3 is airborne and has cleared the tower.
The Uniform Code of Military Justice promotes the highest levels of discipline, morale, and efficiency.
Houston now controlling, roll program initiated.
The UCMJ, the basis of military justice around the world.
Roger, roll.
We used to be a very dull couple.
All we did was stay home and watch TV.
Or play an occasional game of Go Fish.
Then we heard about the community recreation programs at our installation.
Dances and parties.
Baseball, basketball, and football.
Chess and pool tournaments.
Talent contests and skit nights.
Holiday picnics.
Now we're not bored, we're just
tired.
So find out about the community recreation programs at your MWR office.
But don't overdo it.
Yeah.
Tune in to the Rita Shelby weeknights at 8:05 Central European Time on the Power Network for the best in urban contemporary music. In addition to the music, catch
On the phone with Tyrone.
and
Radioscope.
that's the Rita Shelby weeknights on the Power Network.
Coming up next, another million songs in a row on ZFM.
ZFM All Request Summerfest. Brand new Lenny Kravitz remake of the Kiss's Deuce. I'm Air Force Sergeant AJ Janitschek, and I'm going to be here throughout the next couple hours. Why? Because I want you to call me. I want your requests.
This is Rob. I'm calling from B-Fun. Like to 11 in elevator for my girlfriend, Christine.
Loving in elevator, loving it up when I'm going down. ZFM All Request Summerfest. Air Force Sergeant AJ Janitschek along with you and your request. We'd like to wish a happy birthday to Bradley Plaska, 3 years old today from Gelnhausen, and tomorrow Huey Lewis, 43 years old. Happy birthday to y'all from ZFM. Huey Lewis in the news on the ZFM All Request Summerfest. Huey Lewis, tomorrow going to be 43 years old, and today celebrating his birthday again, Bradley Plaska, the proud son of parents Tina and Noel. And through the use of satellite, we present the following.
And now, a message from the President of the United States.
When America was young, Americans often called the 4th of July the glorious 4th. For the Revolutionary War generation, July 4th, 1776 was a glorious day indeed. It was more than a nation's birthday. It was the first day of a celebration that has now lasted 218 years. A celebration of liberty, a living testament to freedom that has grown, matured, and thrived in the centuries since the Founding Fathers confounded the old world with the introduction of government by the people, for the people, and of the people. Conventional wisdom in 1776 held that the American experiment would soon fail. If it wasn't destroyed from without, the inherent flaws of democracy would cause it to simply fracture from within. Well, it's now 1994, and the system of government pioneered by our Founding Fathers flourishes here and all around the world. The United States would not have survived and prospered for long without the dedicated men and women of our armed forces. Under civilian control, the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard stand ready to do our people's business. American soldiers and sailors defended a young nation when foreign countries threatened. They proved that a democracy can survive a deadly civil war. As America grew in strength, the brave men and women of her armed forces fought for democracy in Europe and Asia, around the world. And their steadfast vigilance maintained the firm shield that enabled our nation to win a long and costly Cold War. In the 1990s, as military missions are changing, the armed forces are surely changing too. But one thing at least will not and must not change. America will always need the dedicated men and women of our armed forces. Whatever challenges we face, whatever foe confronts us, you must have and you will have the training, the leadership, and the equipment needed to confront them. Thank you. You are truly the spirit of our glorious 4th. God bless you all.
Hey, Mr. Rick, why so down in the dumps?
Well, Sam, let's just say that not smoking is going to be a little harder than I thought.
What do you mean, boss? I thought you were doing real good.
So did I, until she came in. Out of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she's got to walk into mine and offer me a cigarette.
So what happened?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. But I told her if she wasn't on the next flight out of here, she'd regret it. Maybe not today, and maybe not tomorrow, but soon. And for the rest of her life.
You always were a smooth talker. But way to go, boss. I know you'll be tempted at times. But just think how good it's going to feel. Why, with that fresh breath and those pearly whites, them pretty ladies will be around in no time.
Thanks, Sam. I know you're right, but sometimes it just doesn't seem to amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world.
Yeah, but you must remember this. Quitting is going to get easier and easier for you as time goes by.
Sam, I think this is going to be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Information, referral services, help with relocating, hospitality.
To find out what's happening, to answer a question, to learn and grow, call or stop by your Family Support and Service Center or Army Community Services today. It has its finger on the pulse of your base and your community.
Parenting classes, stress management, career counseling, employment assistance.
ZFM, whopping your woofers and tickling your tweeters.
Hi there, that's Ollie from the AFN Fan Club crew. We'd like to hear Michael W. Smith's Place in the World. Happy 4th of July.
I would like to play Jumping Jack Flash for Julia Bates that's in the field in Bransonville. And I wish you all happy 4th of July from Frank out of Kirchgarten, Germany.
ZFM All Request Summerfest taking your requests at DSN 320-7052. Let's do it one more time. Let's go to the phones.
Hi, my name's Tom. I'm calling from Gilhouse. I'd like to request this song for my mom. I think she knows why. This is Rainy Day Women by Bob Dylan.
You're listening to ZFM.
Fred was going to assemble some portable shelving to hold his tools because they were always lying around. He figured he'd need his hammer, his drill, and his measuring tape. But while trying to get his stepladder, he tripped on a screwdriver and landed on his back. Now, Fred had the right idea, but he's going to have to wait to organize his tools because he's in traction. Do yourself a favor. Pick up your tools before someone has to pick you up.
Congratulations, Sergeant Michael Gallagher, 165th MI, a new Sergeant Morales Club member.
This is AFN.
AP Network News. Good morning. I'm Mike Moss. The Dow begins tomorrow at 3647. Mike Moss, AP Network News.
This is a special announcement for Army E4 Ricky S. Thompson. AFN airs special announcements periodically throughout the broadcast day. The dollar was steady in trading today against the German mark.
The best mix guaranteed.
ZFM All Request Summerfest Crystal Waters, 100% pure love. That's me. Yes, it is. Well, 99% dirt. That's all it's do. REM, Losing My Religion, and the request line is open, 320-7052. Oh, live.
Hi, I'm Peter, calling from Rhineline Air Base, and I would like to hear Fernando by ABBA.
This is Dave from Class 6. How about Werewolves of London by Warren Zevon?
Warren Zevon on the ZFM All Request Summerfest. I know you know the name of that already. Fernando by ABBA before that. Also Losing My Religion by REM and Crystal Waters. 100% pure love. Taking your request at DSN 320-7052. How would you like to get some free cash? $2,300 to be exact. You can get it from your education officer. You can't walk in and say, just give it to me. But you do have to apply for federal Pell Grants for up to $2,300 you can get free for your education financing.
It was the first assignment for the submarine Wahoo and her crew during World War II. They were to reconnoiter the island of Wewak off the north coast of New Guinea, which was home to an enemy ship facility. The mission appeared to be straightforward enough, but Wewak was so small and the Pacific so vast, the island wasn't shown on their navigational charts. Luckily, a motor machinist's mate, while on shore leave, had purchased a high school atlas. He spotted the tiny island on the map of New Guinea and showed it to his captain. By using a still camera that was on board, the crew photographed the pages of the textbook. They then managed to enlarge the pictures to match their own navigational charts. After that, it was a simple matter to locate the island and carry out their mission. Charting the island of Wewak, an extraordinary story of World War II.
Sure, honey, I want to talk about it.
He just crossed his legs and folded his arms. I know what that means.
Well, it doesn't really matter to me where we take our leave. We could go to Spain.
Now he's covering his mouth. That usually means he hasn't said everything that's on his mind.
Last year I thought we had a really good time when we went to Greece. We could do that again.
You may be able to learn a lot about what a person is saying by watching what their body is doing. And by doing that, you'll communicate better.
Ted, how about if we go skiing this year?
Skiing? Sure. If you'd really like to. What a great idea.
ZFM, spanking your speakers.
real simple. What is it you want? You want to hear, of course, with No Known by America.
Right.
What's your first name?
Bob.
Bob, it's easy. Where are you from?
Rhine-Mine.
Bob at Rhine-Mine, why are you such a chicken about requesting the song?
I don't know. I guess I'm just radio shy.
You want me to call your mom and tell her how you are about this?
No, that's all right.
Well, why do you want to hear the song?
Why do I want to hear it?
Yeah, man.
Because it's hot.
Well, you're hot because...
No, it's hot because it's hot here.
No, because you're hot because you're on the air now. Part of the classic requests, part of the all requests on this All Request Summerfest. America, horse with no name. In case you didn't know, but 3 guys, all former Air Force brats, been in Europe and been around the world and got together and made musical history. Shall we go on into history? Let's go to a band from Long Beach, California, Stone Temple Pilots.
It's party time. Bring along a designated driver and ZFM.
Billy Idol, White Wedding, ZFM All Request Summerfest. Before some of that Billy Idol, we heard Stone Temple Pilots, America, and also John Cougar Mellencamp and Michel Indigucello with their current release hit. Speaking of Billy Idol, we're going to have his new single. It's called Speed. Shortly, you got to stick around with us for a while, but we need to bring you a special 4th of July message from the Secretary of Defense.
And now, an Independence Day message from the Honorable William Barry, the Secretary of Defense.
More than 2 centuries ago, when the colonists in America declared their independence, they had to sustain that declaration with courage, with strength, and with sacrifice. The citizen soldiers of our young nation met the challenge and threw off the shackles of tyranny, thereby establishing the foundation of the freedoms that we cherish today. Today, you, the men and the women of our armed forces, help to preserve the blessings of freedom and human dignity that we hold dear and that are sought by so many throughout the world. As your Secretary of Defense, I salute you and the work you are doing for the good of humanity. Many of you are far from home on this Independence Day, but wherever you are, the sight of Old Glory reminds you of your citizenship in the greatest democracy the world has ever known, the United States of America. You can be proud of your role in preserving freedom at home and around the globe. To each of you, and to your families and loved ones, I extend best wishes for a happy and a safe Independence Day.
Tell me again, why are we moving? Can't Daddy do his new job here? Do we like it there? Do we have a new school? Tell me again, why are we moving?
When you tell your children about a PCS move, it's important to explain why you're moving. Even though they might not say much at first, they're bound to have 1,000 questions, starting with why. Try to answer the questions they ask and anticipate questions they don't ask. Keep the lines of communication open.
Daddy, will there be giraffes in our backyard?
If you're trying to be an effective communicator with your family or friends, you should be aware that speech mannerisms can overwhelm your listener. So, when you're speaking to someone, you should, avoid, overusing phrases like, If you're, conscious of, overusing these common, speech mannerisms, you'll, be a better communicator, When you overuse phrases like, and it can be so distracting that your listener doesn't ever really hear what you're trying to say, Oh, oops.
Oh, I've been asked to impart some wisdom concerning the safe treatment of my canine comrades and myself. Oh, and cats, too. So, here are a few helpful hints for those times when a pet is about. Never pull our tail or ears. Never tease us. Never bother us while we're eating. Have your offspring follow these few basic rules, and we'll get along fine. Oh, I must discuss a matter of great importance with the neighbor's cat. Hey, hey,
And the current forecast for Zagreb, Macedonia, and throughout Macedonia. Partly cloudy skies throughout the rest of the day. Temperatures getting into the 60s this evening, but high temperatures again in the 90s tomorrow. Saudi Arabia, partly cloudy through this evening and into tomorrow. Lows tonight in the 80s. Highs tomorrow, approximately 110 degrees. And in Turkey, partly cloudy. Lows tonight in the 70s.